a turnaround happen. I'm not gonna lie
little
to you.
by
I do
little,
see it.
little by
Yeah,
little.
A
I see it.
turnaround?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, because you got to kind of get like I look at Derek Carr after that injury. He came back. He don't really look the same.
We'll see what's going on with him. Are they gonna keep him? I thought they was gonna try to trade him.
They're gonna trade that nigga away too.
For who? Like what? Who's gonna be the franchise quarterback? I thought he was the franchise.
I mean, shit.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
I mean, you stumped me there. I guess that's why I'm not the GM for the fucking Raiders. But
I mean, you could be. What? How many miles away are you from the Raiders right now?
I ain't gonna lie. I could literally drive. Probably, I'll be there in 10 minutes. I'd be in the fucking stadium at the Coliseum in 5 minutes with a blunt in hand.
Wait, you could walk in the stadium with a blunt?
I mean, you can't not in hand, but I mean,
you
can get in there. You can get in there with it. Nigga said at the Cowboys.
You said in hand.
I mean, all right.
Nah, I know
hand.
what you're talking about.
I'll get in there in hand. Like,
on his person. Yo, that's funny. But, anyways, hey, I'd like to welcome everybody back to the 5th episode of the Random Notes podcast, random music commentary with random parental horrors mixed with a lot of random banter. We made it to a whole month, guys. If I had an audience clapping sound on the soundboard, this is where it would be inserted. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I do sound effects is my second job, nigga.
Appreciate that. I'm your host, ToneZ, back yet again with my two co-hosts, Kev and Queen Reen Bean. But this time around, it is different. Now, if you heard another voice on this podcast, that's because I got to introduce someone to you. We have a special guest today. He's 1/3 rap group Nehr Hudson. He's certified. There we go. He's a certified sports fanatic. It's Rich James. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, man? I appreciate y'all having your boy up here, you know what I'm saying? Reaching out to your nigga, you know what I'm saying, on the third coast. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here, you know what I'm saying? I made my way out to the West Coast. A lot of good got a lot of good weed and I'm closer to my Rams. Big Super Bowl time. You know what I'm saying?
Big soldier, big Super Bowl time over here. Oh my, here we go with this shit. We probably gonna get straight into this shit, but Queen and Kev, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Yeah. How was everyone's week and weekend going? How's it going?
Fam, I got to Wednesday. These niggas canceled work for the week. I got to work on Wednesday. They was like, go home. I was like, oh shit.
Because it was that cold. They don't want y'all working out in the cold. Like, what's poppin'?
Yeah, the cold. Machines wouldn't start. Nigga, I got there. It was
machines wouldn't start.
Yeah. Type of shit is that?
I got there.
That's what I'm saying.
I got there because it's diesel, so they run on diesel. That shit be freezing. I got to work. Oh, man. It was like 11 degrees.
Dang.
11 degrees? God damn. Yeah, that shit is crazy. Yo, Rich don't know nothing about that right now. What's the temperature over there right now?
I ain't gonna lie. It was pretty, not cold today, but for what I've been experiencing, it was probably like about 58 degrees today on the chilly side.
This nigga said chilly side.
On the chilly side.
Yo, you flexing right now. This nigga's flexing hard body right now.
I really don't know what cold is anymore.
Cold is 50 degrees.
Wait, what?
No, that shit is crazy. You said cold is 50 degrees. I ain't gonna lie. When I was down in Florida, the cold at like the 50 degrees down there is different than the 50 degrees up here.
Oh yeah, totally different.
Yeah, that shit was kind of cold. It felt a little nippy down there at 50 degrees. I thought I was going to be walking around in like shorts or something like that. So it's probably like the same thing over there in Cali, right?
Yeah, I mean,
New York in 50 degrees.
I would go out in shorts in 50 degrees in New York. What are you talking about?
You bugging.
Yeah, I probably am bugging.
Yeah, you are definitely. You are ant farm bugging right now, brother.
All right, but let me flex for the listeners right now. I mean, goddamn, y'all just gonna call me out on my shit?
I'm sorry, but
y'all
medical insurance.
Nigga over there dying because he wanted to wear shorts and shit like that.
Yeah, I know, right? But be it that we do have a guest here and everything like that, I do want to, ask you a few interview questions, as I'm sure my two co-hosts does. So we're gonna put you in the hot seat for like 2 seconds, if that's all right with you. All right, Rich?
Let's do it. All
right, that's what I'm talking about. So you are a rapper, right? Of course.
Yes, I am.
You're still a rapper. You're still a rapper. You're a West Coast rapper now.
I wouldn't say that. I'm a rapper.
Hey, homie.
All right, I got you. So,
hey, cuz.
yeah, it's gonna be a lot of cut and shit like that in your raps now,
Nah,
right?
hell no.
So, of course, we know. I'm not sure if the viewers or the listeners know that you grew up in Yonkers and you grew up like all around Yonkers, New York, like in a couple of different hoods. So, my
Of
question
course,
to
of
you
course.
is, how do you feel the environment in which you grew up affected your artistry?
I mean, honestly, look, the environment we come from is kind of like any other inner city. So I
Right.
mean, I went through all the same struggles. You know, I got shot when I was 18, going on 19. Like I
That's
experienced, I lost
crazy.
for I mean, shit happened. So I feel like
Uh-huh.
I got a lot of stories. Just my experiences that my friends had. So I feel like I was just able to put those stories together and translate it to my music. And a lot of people went through the same shit we went through, so I feel like they could relate to that. So that was always
That's
my angle.
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact. So, also another question: with you basically being with the group Nehr Hudson basically being on two coasts now, right? Because Million is in New York and so is Great October, right? And now you
Yes, sir.
are in Cali, right? Shout out to Million and Great October, of
Yes,
course.
sir.
That's the
My
other
brothers, my
other two.
brothers.
Clap it up for them. Clap it up for
Yeah,
them.
yeah. Gratitude.
Other two of Nehr Hudson. So y'all being two different coasts, right?
Yeah.
What's next for the future in Nehr Hudson? How recording being undergoing now that it's a little bit more difficult. You're not in the same time zone, not in the same place, and everything.
That shit, honestly, that shit ain't changed nothing. Like we really like the way technology is nowadays.
Hmm.
Um, just recording out here, I already got a template. I use the
Okay.
same recording system, microphone. So like all we gotta do is just record. I put my part in and I send the shit out. And
I,
that's it. Like it's really as simple as it gets. Like honestly, it really ain't changed anything. Actually, I kind of think it helped
it
because I mean,
helped.
yeah, because we're able to touch. You know what I'm saying? Because we already had a nice little following out here as well. But now I'm out here and I'm able to touch bases with other producers
Oh
and other
yeah.
local. So I'm able to get sounds and shit that I normally wouldn't get back home on the East Coast. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's true. That's true. You could touch different fans and everything, and they could like be more accessible to you and shit like that. So it's a
Yeah.
different type of situation. I got it. I got it. But doesn't like I'm not really familiar with the whole rap industry vibes and shit like that. But what what I could gather is that being physically in a studio with your brothers and everything like that, and with your whole team, is just a different vibe, right? You get like different creative.
Oh yeah, of course, of course,
Uh
of
huh.
course. I mean, ain't nothing like physical presence, no matter what. But like with faith, be working with them my whole life, and like literally, like we know each other like the back. So like we always touch bases, and we kind of already know what we like, and we know what sounds we
Hmm.
like. So a FaceTime and just sitting there, like we'll sit on the phone for a few hours and work on a track and really just build with ideas and shit. So I mean it's always nice to be in the same room in the same studio with us, but like it works out the same. I can't even lie. Like I thought about that before I even heading out here. That was always a thought, but like it shit worked out like super easy.
That's what's up. That's always good to hear. Hopefully,
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure everything's gonna be good, and y'all gonna have even better music now. Especially since, like you said, you could touch other, other people in the industry, other producers, other engineers, and you'll have a different sound that we probably won't haven't heard before if you didn't move out there. So
Yes,
that's
yes,
good.
we got some shit on the way too. New Nehr Hudson coming out soon, man. Be on the lookout for it. A lot of new
Oh,
music, man. A
that's what
lot of
up.
new
That's what up.
music.
Yeah, we'll definitely put all your information in the description of this video on all platforms, and definitely plug yourself and all your Instagrams and whatever at the end of the podcast, so people can really remember it and really go to it after. You feel me? So
Yeah.
that'd be straight. That'd be straight. Kev, you got any questions, real quick?
Yeah. As far as like when y'all coming up with concepts for songs and shit, like what type of shit motivates you? Like what type of shit gets you in your bag?
Um, Honestly, a lot of like old school music, all different R&B. Like honestly, I listen to R. We listen to R&B more than anything. So
Yeah,
like,
nigga,
I don't know.
R&B.
Nigga, that shit gives you a different vibe. Like, but honestly, it's a little bit of everything. Like like everything that we go through, you know what I'm saying? Just in general on our everyday lives, everything that's going on in the world today. So we touch on a little bit of everything and just what we like to do personally. Like personally, I'm a big smoker. So fuck, I'm gonna rap about weed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I touch on a little bit of everything. So like, it's like one of those things. We just don't try to put ourselves in one box because I don't look at myself as just a rapper. I look at myself as an artist. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
right.
It's a little bit of everything. I'll write a pop song. Like, you know what I'm saying? It might not be for me per se, but the fact that I like the artistry so much, I work on a record. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Is that ghost? Wait, hold on. Like, are you a ghost rider? Are you a pop ghost rider?
A little bit of everything, brother.
Shit.
Listen, I'd write Baby Shark if they need it. If Baby
Get
Shark
to
need
that
a verse, I got a Baby Shark verse for niggas too, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's wavy. That's wavy. You got another question, Kev?
Yeah, going in a different direction. I got a scenario for you.
All right, legit.
One of your bands randomly comes up to you. Yo, put me on the track, son. Yo, I rap too. Like, I'm nice. You hear this nigga, and he dumps the juice. You tell that nigga he trash. You tell that nigga he trash, or you kind of like, yeah, I see what's going on.
I ain't gonna hold. Like, back in the day, I used to honestly always encourage my mans to like do what they wanted. Not because like I might think a nigga's trash, because I started learning a lot of shit is subjective. So like a lot of shit that I think is trash, niggas be think so. Like I learned to stop just saying like, in my opinion, yeah, the nigga is probably super dumpster, big hefty bag,
like Blueface.
Nah, my son Blueface is knocking.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Don't do my man Blueface like that.
Niggas is kind of force feeding the nigga Blueface, and I kind of like some of his shit.
I've never listened to that nigga yet.
I like my nigga. I've been like, see that nigga doing his thing just because he's original, bro. Like I don't really care. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really care. Like, it's easier to just do what everybody else is doing and copy off what everybody's doing. You could throw auto-tune on your verse nowadays and do that quick harmonize. That shit ain't about nothing. This nigga really decided to do some real LA shit, go off beat, and do some on-off, and this shit is alright. Like
I ain't gonna hold you. Once I heard that nigga spitting with the nigga with the ukulele, I was like,
yo, come on.
That nigga with the ukulele.
I was like, yo, this shit alright.
I ain't even hear that shit yet. That's crazy.
Yeah, that nigga with the ukulele got shit lit right now. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
That's true, but like, all right, we come from a different time though, right?
Definitely.
Like everyone here comes from a different time, and especially you, B, because I remember you started rapping like early, like way early.
Yeah,
exactly. Like early 2000s, maybe even like 99. So that's from like a lyrical type of era. Like you had to be nice. You had to have some type of lyrics and everything. So now it's different though. It's not really like lyrical. It's more lean towards your melodies, melodic. If you could, really vibe to the shit. You feel me? So I feel like you personally, if you feel like someone is trash lyrically, then I don't know. Like I feel like maybe your opinion holds a little bit more weight since you're not really a rapper of this era. You feel me?
I mean, I definitely, because like, don't get me wrong, growing up, I didn't really have there was no real kid rappers for us to listen to. Like, I was fucking 8 years old listening to Bone Thugs and Harmony. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was listening to I was listening to Capone and Noriega and shit like that. Like,
it's a fact, yeah.
Like, niggas was listening to Raekwon and shit. Like, now, when kids grow up, they really got a different selection. They got kids making music for them. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So, but what I figured, like, what I noticed, though, yeah, popular, like, with the radio, as far as the radio, yeah, you hear what's trending, but record sales and like, lyrics is what's selling. A lot of these gimmick artists, it's not translating into album sales. Like it's short-term success, and I ain't knocking you, like, because there's so much money to get out here today with social media. But like, as far as traditional sales, lyrics is always going to make that, because like, we the ones that's buying albums. kids don't really be having money like that to buy no albums and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So it's like basically the gimmicky shit is for the hit, is for the single, but you can't really buy like something with 10 songs of that same,
Nah, that shit ain't working. That shit ain't really. I mean,
I got you.
I don't really see anybody that's personally doing that, seeing that selling as a complete album. Here and there, but like if it's compacted into an album, I don't see people. But that's just like with anything. If someone had an album of just too much lyrical and like person, I don't care. But like you have to have a mixture of everything. I look at it as you got to just have a blend of a little bit of everything.
Yeah, especially now in the climate that we in today, you gotta have a little bit of everything on your album.
For sure.
That's a fact. Queen, you got anything?
Yes. So what made you, what was that like aha moment for you? Like, I'm a rapper. I'm going to be a rapper.
Damn. Ooh, that's a good one. That's actually a good one.
Ooh,
so
coming with that heat.
I think my first verse, I wrote my first I wrote verses like a long time, but I think my first time was performing, it was like 5th grade for Dare class. Hilarious. I was talking about not rapping about smoking weed, and here we are today. But
yeah, right.
We have 2 Dare champions on I won the Dare contest too. I think they disappointed, but I won.
Yeah. But I think honestly, I think it probably was like when I would say like 17 to 18. We was in Connecticut and we had like a big performance at a club, and people were really reciting our lyrics, our music, and I think that was like the time where I said, "Oh shit!" Like I know I did music and I know like people listen to it, but like to be 18 and have people really come out to a club and really know your lyrics and really stand in line and cheer for you, I was like, "Oh, all right, I think I really do this shit now." Like I think this is like, all right, cool. These motherfuckers recognize, and that's what. After that, it was just like, here we are, and the shit just kept growing and growing.
That's wavy. That's definitely wavy.
So it was almost like a hobby, and then you realized, wait, people like me, I can really do this.
Yeah, that was one. I knew we had fans, and I knew people listen. Like we've had meetings with labels, we've had offers and whatnot. But when you're really like, and I've done little shows here and there, but to have that type of club setting, like where we were at, and to like, it wasn't one of those places where you had to sell the tickets and bring people out to the show. Like, no, these were people that came, like people came out on their own will. Like this was like one of those type of events. So to know like we had a packed show and we didn't have to do anything as far as try to do anything gimmicky besides just do what we do, and people really enjoyed the show and responded well, I think that's when I really noticed that this thing could really make money for me and really be it.
Cool.
That's dope as shit. You got another question, Queen?
I do, but it was a sports question.
We can get into that. If anything.
Okay. What made you, so the music, did you ever actually do anything as far as sports, or are you just more a super fan commentator? Did you ever play?
Oh no, I was definitely a sports player. I played a little bit of football. I mean, I played a lot of football. I played lacrosse. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I played lacrosse. I played a little bit of everything, but football was my main thing. I did that in junior high school. I fucked my leg up, and that was one of those things where I like kind of just said, you know what? I tried to do it a little bit after we turned out of high school and tried to do the semi-pro. Honestly, once I got out of high school, I started smoking probably like when I was 19. I still played sports, but I wasn't disciplined enough to go to play semi-pro and smoke. Like I just was like, fuck it.
Athletes can't smoke.
Yeah, I was like, the coach tried to tell me to run a lap, and I said no.
Yeah, that's usually it. That's usually it. When you're saying, nah, I can't run this lap, coach.
No, I'm not running.
You're done.
Fuck you, coach. Like I was going to, like, coach, you're bugging now. To ask me to run a lap, nigga, you're bugging. And
That's a fact.
that's when I noticed. I said, "Yeah, football ain't really not. It ain't for me no more." But as far as me playing it, nah. But as far coaching though, I definitely see me getting into that one day. Like I need to do some high school or Pop Warner League. They need me. They need me.
Okay, so I have another question for you because this is something that I have been thinking about, and now with all this, black controversy happening in football, it makes me think about it more, but I don't really have the means or even know what to do. So what would you think about starting a black league?
Oh, that would be incredible. Honestly, so I mean, football is predominantly black. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy it
Yeah, but it's not owned by any black.
Oh yeah, I mean, of course.
That's so it could be
it's a problem.
black. You could put as many black faces
Oh
on the
yeah,
screen
I
as
agree.
you want.
I agree. I already know the game. I already know what it's like behind the who at the top of the top. I know what it's like. I definitely know what it's like, and it's fucked up because it's like you look at it. It's hard to get an extra team in the league. You got to get 32 people to agree to get an extra team in the league, and then a lot of these people ain't no one just selling their team like that. Like these motherfuckers, that's their badge of honor. Like motherfucker, I own a football team. So
yeah, exactly.
I don't even know how the Muslim dude even got to get the team, the Jacksonville Jaguars. I couldn't even believe they let him in the game. But you know what I'm saying? Like it's real. Like I don't know. I wish that we could start one up. Honestly, I swear I wish we could. That would be beautiful.
You know what? I think. All right, check it. Out of nowhere, right? There sprung up not one, but two new leagues. I don't know if you heard about this, right?
Yeah.
You seen the shit,
I heard
right?
one of them.
One of them, I forgot what it's called. It's like I forgot. I'll get the names later, something like that. I'll look that up.
The American Football Alliance or some shit like that.
Yeah, something like that. Where it's basically what it is like it's like minor league NFL. It's like all the NFL which is kind of dope because all the NFL teams have a representative in that league, and it's also tied to the CL. It's tied to college football.
Exactly.
So it's like the football's equivalent of
So what are they actually doing though that benefits the players?
Honestly, the one positive.
Like, are any of the college football players affiliated with these leagues getting some sort of?
They are getting paid for this. They get paid.
So for that, they get paid.
Yeah. So if you didn't want to go to college, exactly. It's a developmental league. So if you went there instead of going to college or whatever the case may be, you get paid for your services. Or if you came out of college but you can't make it to the NFL and you make it there, you'll get paid for your services.
Right, yeah, which is
and
dope
like
as
paid
fuck.
enough that like they won't be in debt if they get injured type shit.
Yeah, I mean, they would have insurance and all that shit in place. I mean, hopefully,
I think I read. Go ahead.
Yeah, hopefully they should have like insurance in place because I think that's what the NFL. They started doing afterwards. They started hitting people with nice paychecks afterwards and shit like that. But now they trying to be. I'm glad to see they being proactive with this shit now. So, like, I mean, hopefully with this new league, they'll try to go about it better and make sure that the players are like covered and make sure, like, in the long term, they look out for them and shit.
Yeah, hopefully. I read somewhere that the minimum, or at least like the average, pay rate for players in that league is gonna be like 200,000. So
that's lit. That's lit.
Yeah,
that's
so they
still
could
good.
pay off their college bills and shit if they have any.
Hell yeah,
exactly.
That's legit. That's legit.
So probably like all the undrafted rookies who don't get picked up by free agency go there, and like then you get like a one way track to whatever NFL team is represented by that team, and CFL, which is dope, which is the Canadian Football League for those of the viewers and the listeners that don't know. But speaking about going off topic a little bit, I did come up with another question because you did mention something about the industry real quick that I just wanted to get this out of the way as a question. How hard is it not to sell out in the industry? Because I'm sure that you've been in a lot of meetings where they put you in, like, put money on the table, and they're like, you just got to sign here, but you can't do this, you can't do that, or it's a shady looking contract. So how hard is it not to sell out?
I mean, if you a sucker in real life, sucker in them closed doors. So I mean, if you're a sucker, you're gonna get treated like a sucker. And I mean, if you don't have a moral compass, you're gonna do something unbecoming shit. So like, honestly, don't get me wrong, there's always offers, but like, I still gotta live with myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm one of those people. If I can't look in the mirror and look at myself with being cool with myself, fuck how y'all view me. I ain't cool with myself. So, I mean, I seen a lot. I know how this shit go. Like, it's a dirty game, just like with every other industry. It's a dirty game. I mean, you just got to keep your morals if you have any. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Keeping your integrity is important.
Yeah, that's it.
a fact. That's a fact.
So
And the
that
fact,
actually makes me have a question now.
all right, go ahead.
So from what I understand, the group you're in is 3 people, but you're in Cali and they're here.
Yep.
Okay. So have there ever been times where artists over there want you to do something, and not necessarily because they don't like the work of the other people, but maybe they just don't know who they are because they only see you? How does that work with you guys? Do you guys have like some sort of like solo agreement, like nobody wants to hold anybody back? If you get an offer, take it. How do you guys work with things like that?
Honestly, that's like, we're a brotherhood. They figured music shit with us, like, you feel what I'm saying? So like, before anything, if this music shit wasn't here, those would be my brothers regardless. So like, we just want to win. So if we all get on at the same time, fine. If somebody else gets on, that's me getting on. So it's not like, oh, I got signed. We still all get signed. So if Million got signed, I still got signed. If Great got signed, I still got signed. Because no matter what, we're going to open the door for each other. So it don't really matter who the door gets open for. As long as one of us opens the door, we fine with it.
That's wavy.
Okay,
That's dope
that's
as hell.
good.
It ain't never a problem. Honestly, working in a group, and that's the thing. I think that's the benefit we've always looked at working in a group. Like, you're not going to always have someone liking you. Like, it's unrealistic to expect that. And I'm cool with that. But having 3 people in the group, it gives people more of a chance to like at least one of us in the group. So you might not like 2 of us, and that's fine. But if you like one of us and you're spending money with, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, right. That's the price of admission. Fuck that. You pay one price to see one person. You pay one price to see 3 people.
Niggas.
You already know how that is. Yo, that's a good transition to what we're about to. That's a great transition to the next topic. Actually, I think it was sometime last week on Monday. They attacked the like Jussie Smollett, whatever the heck his name is. Right? I want to get his name right. I don't know what it is. Jussie Smollett.
So his name is, and let me tell you, first of all, so I kept having a very hard time finding an article because I thought his name was Jesse.
Yeah,
no, you're wrong.
To kick off Black History Month, we gonna start with the blackest of the blackest names. Bruh's name is not Jesse. His name is Jussie.
Jussie Smollett. Right?
Jussie.
Is that his birth name, or is it Justin and they just call him Jussie? Or
that's his birth name, Jack. That's his birth name.
That's on the certificate and all that.
I don't know, but Jussie. I mean,
that's crazy.
I don't know what that's short for.
That is crazy. But anyway, this nigga was on the south side of Chicago, but not the bad side of south side of Chicago. Nah, he was in the affluent areas where the bars are, right? He was having a good time. Or no, he went to a Subway, and then when he walked out of the Subway...
Pause. Can we just define good and bad? Because if you mean bad as low income...
That's what I was about to say.
Clearly, he was in a bad neighborhood.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
To him.
Thank you. Because I was about to say, honestly, I feel safer in a low income, because guess what? People
I do too, of course.
I don't really know any assault, if there's problems in the neighborhood with somebody, yeah, you might get a bottle upside your head. But it ain't nobody just randomly assaulting someone because of their sexual orientation or because of the color of their skin.
All right, well, he wasn't in Chirac. He wasn't in Chirac. That's what I'm saying. That's what I meant.
I lived in Yonkers my whole life, right? Never felt scared. When I moved to Elmsford, I was terrified. I used to walk my dog like so scared. And one day my mother was like, yo, why are you scared up here? And I was like, yo, if I'm in Yonkers and somebody run up on me, they want something. I'm going to give them my shit. I'm making it home. Somebody run up on me here, they want me. Like, they don't want my shit. They want me.
Yeah, that's
real
true.
shit. Real shit.
That's true. All right, so let me motherfucking introduce the topic. Motherfucker, it's been 3 minutes. I still haven't introduced this topic. Y'all motherfuckers. All right, so this nigga, right?
We're going with it.
He got attacked. He got attacked in Chicago, not Chirac. All right, that's what I meant by good neighborhood, bad neighborhood. I apologize. All right, it wasn't the place where they'll shoot you up with AK-47. All right, but he got attacked, and they're saying that they're not even saying that it is a hate crime. They're saying that it might be. It's under investigation.
Yeah,
Which is crazy. And if no one knows who Jussie Smollett yet is, he is he's the what is it? The homosexual character in Empire. And apparently he's homosexual in real life too. And they got him. Basically, they caught him slipping and they beat him up real bad and they had wearing MAGA hats apparently. And how do we feel about this?
I mean, it's
I'm
fucked up.
disgusted.
It's fucked up. I mean, honestly, it's what you expect in this. Like, honestly, I'm not. It's fucked up, but I'm not surprised. We know what time it is out here. Come on, like let's cut the shit. Let's cut the bullshit. We know what time it is out here. I'm not surprised. Like he played himself. Like I'm not saying anybody deserves it, but you know what's going on and how what the climate is out here. And you're a celebrity, and it's whack that you can't walk through the streets alone, and you should be able to. But the way the shit is going, we can't. So come on, like don't stop playing yourself. Like come on, stop.
That's true. But that being said, Chicago isn't really known for that. I think Illinois is a blue state, right? Which means it's not like big on Trump and shit like that. And he's coming from New York. Like I think he just got off the red eye from New York, went to Chicago. Maybe he thought he was still in New York because you can go to Subway at 2:00 in the morning and not get beat up by MAGA hat guys in New York. So I don't know.
Wait,
in New York,
he was going to Subway.
Yeah, he was going to Subway at 2:00 in the morning, or so allegedly.
See,
he wanted to find out for long.
He should have never went to Subway in general. There was no point of going.
That was his first mistake.
That was the first mistake. Going to Subway, and I don't think anybody fucking get you got. I wouldn't eat Subway if I was a homeless nigga. If somebody offered me a Subway sandwich, I would say, sir, I'm all right. I'll hit the garbage can real quick.
Sir, I'm all right.
The fuck you giving the Subway sandwich for? You're bugging, bro. You are bugging the fuck out.
That is crazy. So that was his first mistake. So he deserved it because he was going to Subway.
Nah, he definitely deserved it. But his mistake was going to Subway. If he would have got anything else, he wouldn't have been in that spot. But Subway, I'm telling you, people, Subway sandwiches ain't good for you. Look at that. Look at that.
Yo, this nigga's flagrant as hell. I love it. That is great. So I don't know if they found the people yet because they said they were in ski masks or something like that. White people wearing ski masks and a red hat.
Original.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, though, right? That's what I'm saying. I don't know. And they put a noose around his neck, so it's obviously a hate crime.
I was about to say, like, it's not just that he got beat up. It was the manner in which they beat him up.
Yo, word. Like, think about it.
Around his neck, threw bleach on him. Like, that's crazy.
Wait, hold on. They threw bleach on the nigga? They threw bleach on him?
Yeah, they threw bleach on him, too. Yeah, everything. All the works. He got the works.
Wait, niggas is walking around like, all right. So you telling me these niggas had ski masks on with MAGA hats?
They definitely set him up.
Listen. This is what happened.
This is how they said they got him.
Was this MacGyver? He fought two MacGyver?
So look. It says he's walking down the street when two people approach him. They started yelling slurs. They started hitting him in the face and poured an unknown chemical substance on him. One of the attackers wrapped a rope around his neck before they fled.
Yeah, it sounded like they lined him. They had to see him like coming from somewhere. You just don't walk around with that shit.
Wait, here goes my question though, and I'm not saying all right. So he heard racial slurs, right?
Right.
So if you heard racial slurs, you didn't like. What was your response? Like, you didn't turn around and see where it was coming from? Like, I don't know. I need to learn really how this story happened. Like, I really want to because for someone to pour bleach and tie a rope around your neck, like that's a lot of assault right there.
That is.
Yeah, they ran down on him and started fucking him up.
But like,
the
got
thing
the
was,
deluxe assault edition.
let me tell you something. Let me. I've been jumped by 25 people before, right? And I'm not no
God
superhero,
damn,
but
nigga.
them niggas was
Sound
not
like
putting
it.
them niggas wasn't putting no rope around my neck. I tell you that. There was no way. You know what you gotta do? Like, you gotta really be beating me up, like literally, like Mike Tyson needs to be there fucking me up, or like a real trained fighter. You know how much work it takes to put a rope around someone's neck?
That's a
well,
fact.
if you already down, they done poured. We don't know if the bleach was already in his face. Everybody don't got the same amount of fight in them. You don't know. People
Nah,
be
I know you're
scared.
right. No, you're right. You're right. But that's just
He was
fucked up.
probably in fucking shock. Like, yo, did they just call me a fucking faggot and a nigger? Like, you don't know what was going through his head.
Goddamn right they did. Because guess what? We in Trump's America now. So be prepared
And they
for all
said
of
that.
that
It
shit.
says that. It said Smollett told the police the attackers yelled, "This MAGA country."
See? I'm telling you,
That's crazy.
people's not playing. Like, you gotta be on this type of time. And that's why I don't think I have any problems. Because I give off that aura. If you want to be on that bullshit, we can be on that bullshit. But if you want to be peaceful, we can be peaceful. You're not just running that, like, you can't just pour bleach. You're not going to just get that close to throw bleach on me. Like, you know how close you have to be to pour bleach on someone?
Well, they
you
was
gotta be
close
pretty
because they
close.
was already they was
Because
they attacked him. They was
he put
beating
the
him
tie
up.
on that nigga neck too.
But
So it was close already.
But this is my point. Like, how did they creep up on this nigga? Like, who was, like, I really need to get down to the bottom of this shit.
They didn't creep on him. That's up on him. That's the thing.
Like, he was
they
walking
first,
down the street,
they yelled at,
and
like,
they
the
just
first thing
ran down on the nigga.
They just ran up on
yelled
him?
first. They said, "Aren't you that faggot?"
Oh,
some shit
yeah.
like that.
Oh,
So they had.
So they gave him a warning. They gave him a warning. I guess he didn't take off running.
Now it's a little bit more sense. If somebody come up to you and question you, you ain't going. So you, that makes, because I'm like, if someone just comes running up to you, you don't hear like motherfuckers running behind you. Like, what the fuck? Like, but if somebody walk up to you and you're a celebrity, then I mean, I could see that happening. Damn, that's fucked up, man. That's real fucked up.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. But
Well, look,
yo,
it says since 2017, the FBI says that what is it?
What's the FBI say? They say
crimes
anything?
have increased by 17% since
I'm sure.
Did they say anything? Yo, but that's not even the whole thing. They said like a week prior, like it was like a letter.
Oh yeah, they sent it to Fox News or something. Yeah,
and it was like
they
ransom
received
style.
a letter with white powder.
Yeah, but the way the letter was like addressed or whatever,
it was like the Riddler.
Like with magazine cutouts of letters and shit. Like,
so maybe they ain't take it like seriously or something like that. It had to be because you should have warned him or something. What the letter say? Did they say what the letter said?
I don't remember what it said. The shit said MAGA on the envelope. I know that.
That shit is crazy. Well, they got that nigga. I hope he does all right, and he's probably not gonna go to Subway at 2:00 in the morning anymore in Chicago.
Definitely not.
But yeah, it's a wrap. Like you said, you shouldn't be eating Subway anyway. Anyway, I don't remember the last time I ate Subway. To be honest with you.
I did. Nigga, please.
But anyways, yeah, this is a special day. This is the Saturday before the Super Bowl, and if y'all don't know, Rich is a big St. Louis and Los Angeles Ram fan. Super Bowl tomorrow, and they're playing the New England Patriots. It's like every year the Patriots in the Super Bowl, literally third year in a row.
Fuck
so,
yeah.
So what? So all right, let me hear your predictions for tomorrow. I already know what your prediction is, Rich.
Oh, you already know. Honestly,
what do you think the score is gonna be?
We're gonna smoke them niggas by like 10 points at least. Watch. We got
about 10 points. All right.
By at least 10. Like, I mean, nigga, everybody was against the Rams. Like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas really doubted us. Everybody seen us flying high throughout the year. We slowed down a little bit, but we still grinded it out. And niggas kept saying we wasn't gonna win. Blah blah blah. Fuck y'all, we here. LA, baby.
I mean, who was against the Rams? What do you mean everyone was against? I don't remember
Not
one
you.
person against the Rams.
Not you. I mean, analysts like they're falling off and blah 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 and they blah 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 and everybody fuck out of here.
Yeah, I mean a lot of people feel like they shouldn't even be there. You know,
honestly, I don't feel like they should be there.
Here we go.
You knew it was coming.
Come
that
on,
motherfucker should not be in the Super Bowl, to be honest with you.
That's not true. That's
get out of here. Why?
That's
all right, explain this to me. Because we're going to get to the shits right now. I want to hear that shit.
All right. First off,
go ahead.
It's the saying. If you let the game come down to one penalty to make or break the game, you ain't played hard enough. Period. That's how it goes. Period. One play.
Oh my God.
But hold on.
They did blow a lead.
Hold on.
They let them in the game.
Let's break this down. The Saints had two red zone attempts in the first quarter at home in their loud ass dome. They came away with two field goals. We were down 13-0. We come back. We were leading the ball. We were driving the ball by the goal. It was like third down when Jared Goff scrambled. A blatant face mask in front of the referee. They didn't call it. If we would have got that face mask, we would have definitely scored a touchdown. The whole game would have been changed from that point.
Definitely scored a touchdown?
It definitely would have scored. It's a guarantee. You see what we was doing to them all day.
Come on, son. That wasn't a lock. That wasn't a lock.
After the second half, they only scored, 3 points? Tops? Yeah. In overtime and just because one egregious penalty doesn't offset all egregious penalties. You just happen to get fucked with the last one. But let's talk about Sean Payton's bad play calling within 2 minutes. Who runs 3 straight passing plays in the red zone with 2 to go?
That was pretty bad. That was horrible.
Wait. Let's talk about it. Then they got the ball first in overtime at home. Drew Brees threw an interception. What about that?
Listen, he was already sunk. Like, he already knew the game was over.
No, you are a professional NFL
You already knew the game was over.
No, it's not. It's not. No, game over. The game is tied. The game is tied.
That was like LeBron last year when JR did that shit. He was done for the rest of the series. And you can tell. It's the same thing.
No, it's not. When your teammate lets you down, that's totally different than when a referee has no association with your team. If you really believe in your team and how great you are, and you're tied at home, you drive the ball down the field and you do what you do best. If you're really that great.
All right, so let me ask you. Was that the worst, be honest, was that the worst missed call you've ever seen in your life?
I wouldn't say, all right, for the situation, yeah. It was a horrible missed call. Like, honestly, horrible. But am I happy? Fuck yeah.
Of course you're going to be happy.
We deserved it. Like, it was one of those, like, if you would have called, and hold on said penalty, if you were able, everybody said, if they would have reviewed that the offensive lineman was holding Aaron Donald by the face mask. So it would have been offset anyway. So if people really want to talk about it, like, either way, yeah, it was a missed call, but if you reviewed it, y'all would have been fucked either way. So
they would have had to redo the down, though.
That's fine. But
hold on.
But if we were just to offset all the penalties, if that face mask was called in the red zone, the score would have been different. If the delay of game called when the Saints ran that screen in for the fucking touchdown, the score would be different. It happens. It's human error. Shit went wrong. Sorry. I feel bad, but no, I don't feel bad for them. Fuck them.
Of course you don't feel bad. You in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Right, do you agree that this officiating team is done? They all should be fired. Because it's not just that one particular play. This has been the theme ongoing for the past, 5, 6, 7 years. Horrible officiating, absolutely terrible missed calls and no call. So do you agree that there should be somewhere that they should take all the officiating team and implement that into the NFL, or at least gradually? They're done. This team is done.
That officiating crew, they should be banished to varsity football. They should be banished. They should be banished to running neighborhood games, and because that was horrible. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because when the shit happened, I was like, fuck, game over. But guess what? Motherfucker. And I tried to say, all right, maybe on field it looks different. Because, depending from the angle you've seen it with, but no. That was
But
like as clear
even that
as...
angle was terrible.
No, it was terrible. He cleaned the clock. And
he even said,
"Oh yeah, for sure."
He even said that the dude, what's the dude's name that did it?
Roby Coleman, the
Roby
hero.
Coleman. He even said, I remember he even said during a press conference he was deliberately trying to pass interfere him.
No, he said because he seemed like he got beat. Yeah, he seemed like he got beat. So he said, "I'm gonna smack his ass." And guess what?
Yeah, exactly.
Smacked his ass. And guess what?
Got
him to the Super Bowl. Got him to the Super Bowl.
God damn, he's the hero now.
Yeah, that nigga's a hero.
Yeah, good looking. Good looking. I might go get his jersey tomorrow. I'm thinking because I was supposed to go tomorrow. I might get his jersey. I was thinking about whose jersey to get. I was thinking about getting Brandon Cooks. I mean, Todd Gurley and Todd. I kind of want to get Robert Woods. Niggas don't talk about how good Robert Woods really is. And my son is really
about
good.
it. Talking about
it.
This is your platform.
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not here to really show because I'm really a Rams fan. Like, you know how I feel about my guys. I was there in the dark.
Of course.
I was there in the darkest of times. So for us to be here and we're not the dumpster fire of the NFL, it really feels good, bro. It feels good.
I know.
The head coach is damn near my age, man. That guy is leading a team of men, and that nigga's in the Super Bowl. Salute to that nigga. Salute, Sean McVay. Thank you, Sean McVay.
Fact.
I appreciate you. I appreciate that guy.
Just random trivia question. Are y'all the only team in the NFL that has two different helmets for away and home?
Yeah, we definitely.
You got the white one, and you got the gold.
I think the Steelers have that stupid ass situation. No, I mean they only wear that sometimes, but they do have like that yellow helmet they wear sometimes.
Oh yeah.
But honestly, I think when we get our new stadium, we're supposed to be going back to the official colors, like the Los Angeles Rams colors, which I love so much. That blue and yellow jersey is beautiful.
That shit was fire.
Yeah, I love that so much. Like, what we did was we used that old 1960s helmet, and we kind of used like the modern away uniform, which is kind of weird, but I mean, it's whatever. I'm just happy that we're in the Super Bowl.
That's a fact. And are you at all worried about Tom Brady? Because you can't ever bet against Tom Brady. Of course, you're betting against Tom Brady.
I mean, of course. I mean, put it like this: it's Tom Brady. Like, I'm not stupid and say anything like, "Oh, it's a guaranteed." Like, Tom Brady, he's great. He's good. He can do it at any time. But I am super confident in my team. People are going to be surprised at what Ndamukong Suh does tomorrow. Watch him be a difference maker.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he stepped on Tom Brady's whole face. Like
tomorrow, honestly, I don't go for that. If that happens, let the chips fall where they may. We need to win.
That's a fact. And like your team, right? I know what it feels like to beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl.
Oh, here we go.
So you don't know what that feels like yet.
Oh, here we go.
Sound like a nigga talking about what they used to do.
Yeah, yo.
Back in my day.
Yeah, you one of them niggas. Yeah, I used to have 1,000 bricks. I was the biggest drug dealer ever.
Yo, that's a fact, bro. Like, on my Ed Bundy shit. You already know. But so is that so much sweeter now? Like, is it so much sweeter that you finally get the first time back in the Super Bowl since the Patriots beat y'all in 2001?
Oh, my nigga.
Is that even sweeter? You get the chance?
My nigga, I ain't gonna lie. I cried in the bar. I literally, I shed a tear in the bar. Like, you know what it was. Dog, we wasn't supposed to lose that Super Bowl to Tom Brady. Like, that was the start of the end of our franchise. Like, Kurt Warner wound up getting hurt, like that bullshit pinky injury. Mark Bolger came in. I thought he was going to be okay. Shit went totally left. We ruined Steven Jackson's career. I love Steven Jackson. Like, that nigga's a trooper. We ruined his career.
Facts.
That was like we wasted that nigga's whole career. I felt bad, and we didn't we Barry Sanders him, but that nigga didn't complain not one bit. We need to give that nigga a ring. I swear to God, Steven Jackson deserves a ring tomorrow.
And more important, a ring tomorrow. You already predicted the future.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're going to win. I put that phone call in. I put the phone call in.
So more importantly, um, the loss, right, that y'all suffered to the Patriots in 2001 in Super Bowl. Not only did it end y'all like for the next 15? What has that been? Damn, 18 years.
No, nah. We got okay last year, so it was 15 years.
All right, 15 years. All right, but
nigga. All right, nigga. It was 15.
But more,
don't give me an extra year turmoil, nigga.
Turmoil. It started that y'all started the Patriots dynasty. Basically, it's y'all fault. So
fuck you.
In essence, yeah, I mean, it is y'all fault, to be honest with you. In essence, y'all have a chance to end it. The circle will be complete if y'all beat them tomorrow.
Storybook.
That is definitely a storybook.
Here. My nigga Marcus Peters is doing this for me. My nigga Keep Tilly. Like, people don't understand. Brandon Cooks tomorrow, he played on the Patriots. Them niggas traded my son away. Like, my man wasn't that nigga. Like, Cooks is really, like, top 5 receivers. Like, you gotta think about it. He had 1,000 yards on 3 different teams that he played. Like, every team that he got traded for. That nigga had 1,000 yards on these teams. Like, he is a productive player.
I didn't even notice that. That's a good thing to, like, that's a good point out that you did right there.
Bro, come on. Like, on a running offense with another receiver, they had 3, because we could have had, if Cooper Kupp would have stayed healthy, we would have had a 3,000-yard receivers on top of a 1,000-yard rusher. Like, for you to put up that much production on that team, on a run, like, that says a lot. I mean, and I mean, he. And don't get me wrong, Bill Belichick got scheme and all that, but like talent, athletic wise, the Rams are much more talented athletically than the Patriots.
And they're younger, and they, you know,
for sure,
front office is younger and shit like that. Y'all have the potential to be the next dynasty. To be honest with you, I'm not even G'ing you.
I appreciate that, man. I mean, we got Brandon under contract. We got extension. We got Aaron Donald in. We got Todd Gurley under contract. I don't know what we're going to do with Aqib Talib. I think we got him. Yeah, he's under contract. Lamar, we got a few people. And Ndamukong Suh, he was there for a year. I don't see him taking less money, but we could let him go. So, I mean, we could definitely do stuff.
Y'all in a good space right now for the next couple of years. I'm pretty sure y'all happy. But also, all right, I'm not going to say the Eagles is one and done, but they're not looking as crazy as they was last year. I don't know if they're going to be, you know, Carson Wentz is injury prone. They're talking about getting rid of Nick Foles. So I don't know. I don't want to compare y'all to them.
They just gave him an extension. They giving that nigga a 20 extension, dog.
Wait. Oh, how long?
I don't know how long, but I heard they giving that boy 20.
Yeah, I seen that.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, they hitting that nigga with a dub.
Yeah, they're gonna try to keep him away from other teams. That's pretty smart.
Nah, definitely. You don't get rid of Carson Wentz because if he's healthy, he's great. But you keep Nick Foles just because that's an insurance policy.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's smart. And then at the end of the day, when Carson Wentz contract runs out, because I think it's like next year or maybe 2 years, let the nigga go. Like what the Dolphins did with Ryan Tannehill. They about to let that nigga go.
Smart shit. So how do you feel? What do you feel about the state of the NFL right now? Now, that's not only talking about, you know, the black stuff and, you know, how it's so black right now and everyone's protesting and shit like that. I'm just talking about, like, the teams, how exciting it is, the rules, everything as a whole. Of course, you're going to say it's great because you're in the Super Bowl. But,
nah, honestly, even if I wasn't, like, I'm a real football fan. Like, I love this shit. Like, I ain't going to hold you. I could watch the Browns all day. I don't care how trash they are, but, like, I really just enjoy football. Like, college football and high school, like, whatever. I just
football
enjoy
junkie.
Football. Yeah, like, for real. So that don't really matter to me. Like, I mean, I would enjoy it anyway. I mean, don't get me wrong. I miss the fact of the days of the big hits and, you know, the Ed Reeds and the Sean. Yeah, the jacked up, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like, really,
man, that shit's great.
Knocking the nigga's helmet off and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I do like the offense. I like these high-paced games, and I like seeing interceptions, and I like it. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Shit is evolving.
You like the era that we in now. You like the era that we in.
shit evolves. Like, people gotta understand, shit changes. Everything changes. Niggas used to wear those fucking funny leather helmets back in the day. Like,
that's a fact.
you feel what I'm saying? Shit changes. You think Dick Butkus would like this shit? Dick Butkus would be fucking like niggas ain't even named Dick Butkus no more. Like, niggas,
Yo, you just brought that nigga up just so you can say his name like 3 times.
Yeah.
Nigga name is crazy.
Forgot it.
like, you got the craziest name, Dick
The
Butkus.
craziest name.
Like,
Dick
like,
Buckus is
like
the
that's the
craziest
ultimate football name, nigga. Like
Top
Fred
10 crazy
Blitnikoff.
names.
Yeah, like Fred Blitnikoff. Like, there's certain niggas' names that's
Blitnikoff.
made for football, nigga, and like. That
Nah,
like
that's a fact.
Mike Ditka, nigga. You hear
Mike
that?
Dick. I was just about to say that. Mike Ditka.
Like, you hear those names, nigga? American football name.
That is 100% American football name. You already know. So what's next for the Rams after this? If y'all win or if y'all lose, well, let's do that.
Honestly, I like our position just because we're in LA now. So like people like when you got a young coach and people see that you're doing things and you got your best players like Todd Gurley and Donald locked up, you get young players and veteran players that's willing to take, because like the way Stan Kroenke operates, I like the way he operates too. And Les Snead, they'll give you a low contract, but give you, because the NFL they can't really stop you from giving guaranteed money. They can control your signing your regular contracts and shit, but your signing bonus and shit, they can't really control that. And what we do, we pay you nice with those. We'll give you a bullshit contract, but we'll hit you with some upfront money because we got that bag. And
Right.
I like that. So like, I'm just looking forward to seeing the players that want to come and play for us now because they see what we got going on. We got a winning culture now, and you can do things here, and it's a good place to play. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. And if y'all win, most likely the parade's going to be on Tuesday in LA. I should know because I went to 2 Super Bowl parades. I don't know if y'all niggas know about that. But
back in the day.
Back in the day. This nigga here.
Yo, you gonna call out to go to LA to the parade?
Honestly, I'm a Rams fan and all of that money. I mean, let me not say that. Because because you know, is next week. Well, 2 weeks from now. And
right.
That might be something I can be interested in, just because, you know, we really did it. Tom Brady really fucked me up back then. Like, he hurt my heart.
I know.
Nigga, he made life hard for me. Yeah, he made life real hard for me. Didn't we watch that game at Vinny Buck's crib or some shit like that?
Yeah, we definitely did. 100%. I remember that.
That shit was sad. Fucking sad.
That shit was hilarious to me.
Fuck out of here. And fuck you too.
Nah, because I think the year before we lost.
Yeah, that nigga got smoked out the fucking gym.
Yeah, exactly. That shit was so trash. Didn't y'all win the year? Y'all won the year before us, right? Y'all won in what, 99 or 2000? Then we lost. Then y'all lost. I remember that because y'all beat the Titans by a yard. I remember that shit.
Yeah, I think my nigga, that was one of the things I've ever seen. Like, it's till this day, it still makes me. That was one of the greatest Rams. We had a great offense and defense back then. My God.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. That shit was great.
My God.
Damn, you had an absolutely horrible decade and a half with y'all trash ass team, huh?
My nigga, please stop rubbing the face.
But you in the Super Bowl now.
Nah,
so
I'm happy.
But I'm definitely gonna remember where you came from.
I never forget, my nigga. It's crazy. 3 years ago, Jeff Fisher was our head coach. Think about it.
Ooh, I remember that.
You know how much I hate Jeff Fisher. Like, I hate Jeff Fisher more than some people hate Trump. Like, I really despise Jeff Fisher. like he conspired to ruin the Rams. Like, I'm really in on it.
That's a fact. But you know, that's great football talk. Hopefully we'll have you back soon enough to talk about that. Maybe even sometime after the Super Bowl we can talk about that. But you know, we're gonna move on a little bit to DMX, right? Yonkers native, just like all 4 of us here on this podcast. He was released from federal prison. So how we feel about that? What's going on? What's next for Dark Man X?
It's good. He look healthy. He look healthy. He look clean. Hopefully he stay that way.
Word on God. I hope he stays clean. Like YO baby. Welcome home, X. I don't never like no one locked up, but I'm glad he's home. I heard he's trying to drop some new music, so that would be dope.
Yeah, that's definitely dope. The funny thing is, when I was in Orlando, I don't know how true this is, but I met this guy at the bar. He was from some weird, like, no name town in like nowhere USA, and they said the first thing, I don't know how true this is, but he said the first thing that DMX did when he came home was he went to his town for something. I don't know what it is, but he had like pictures of DMX in his town, like with people and stuff like that. I don't know how true that is or why the hell he was there. I'll get the name of the place eventually, but that shit was weird. But I feel like prison reformed him, right? Like prison's supposed to be like a reform system. Sometimes you don't get reformed, but I don't know if he would be in the same position that he is now today if he was out still doing what he was doing for the entirety that he was in prison. You know what I'm saying?
He probably wouldn't
So
be here, honestly.
Nah, dead ass, because that shit wasn't. It wasn't good for him, honestly.
right. I guess what I'm trying to get at, right? Is it safe to say sometimes, not all times, but sometimes is prison in the prisoner's best interest?
I mean, let me not. I mean, I don't agree with jail.
prison
Yeah,
in America is not actually a reform system.
word.
But
Right.
when you throw a motherfucker in hell, some people don't want to fucking go back. So that's
Exactly.
like saying, is beating the shit out of your kids a good parenting method? I mean, most people would say no, but some people are like, fuck it, my kids got that. They're afraid. So you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
it's not good, but the handful of people that go and were like, this is so awful, I'm never going back. But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it would be better if more than just a handful of people hated it so much they didn't go back.
That's true.
Exactly. I agree with that 1,000%.
I think prison cleaned him up, possibly, because he'd still be out on the streets doing what he was doing. I don't want to say it, everything like that, because there might be some people who don't know what he was doing. I just don't even want to put that energy out there. If y'all know the story of DMX, y'all know what he was doing, so I'm not even gonna say it. But that possibly cleaned him up. They gave him some time to stay away from all that, all the situations that he was getting into before he went inside, before he went into the box or whatever. And now he's better. So I guess like in people's situations like that, it's kind of like forced rehabilitation, right?
Sometimes you need that. He
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely. I'm saying he
Sometimes you
put
need
on
to.
weight. He looked good, man. He looked good.
Yeah, he definitely does. I want to hear what he's coming out with. He's been in the studio apparently, right? So, I want to see what he's coming out with. Represent Yonkers the right way as a rapper, just like Rich is and everything. You know,
Gratitude.
always, always. Would you be open to doing a track with DMX? That might be a
Of
stupid question because you're
course.
gonna say yes.
Duh. Like,
I'm about to
nigga.
say you better, nigga.
That nigga's a
Right.
legend. You crazy? That nigga, that's the dog. Like that. Come on, like that would be a blessing. Like you know what I'm
That's true.
saying?
I mean, how do we know how he's gonna sound though? Like, do you think his sound would transition well into the airwaves of today, of the
For
main
sure.
stage?
Oh yeah,
Uh
I
huh.
think he will. If he was 80, I think he could come out with a hit. I just think he should
Definitely.
retire because he's done a lot. Like, I think he should chill, live,
Mhm.
enjoy his life, relax.
Mhm. Well, you gotta get money somehow though. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. Oh, well, maybe he gets money off his residuals. I don't know how his contract was looking, what type of money he's getting now, but he's gotta make money somehow. I'm sure he's on child support and shit. He gotta pay back shit.
Maybe do
So
a movie.
Fam, DMX got like 10 kids, boy. He's not
Oh,
stopping working.
yeah,
yeah.
right.
Honestly, yeah. Like passionate about this music shit. Like I mean, you won't always want to do it. Like I don't think like really anyone ever fully stops like making music.
Mm.
Like you might not sell it or anything, but you're gonna do
Mhm.
something musically related. Like that shit is hard to give up. Like it's real. Like you just don't give up.
So
So
you think like Andre 3000 got some verses in the tuck? He just not
what?
putting out.
Duh, nigga, that nigga. Come on, man. Let me not go into that. That nigga got music, bro. That nigga got music.
That's true though, because people like moguls and shit like that who are rappers still putting out tracks. Like Jay-Z. Like, he doesn't have to rap a day in his life anymore ever, but I guess if you have that type of love and that type of passion, that you're gonna put something out regardless. That's just because of who you are.
Exactly. I
Right.
mean, some people don't, some people do. Too Short is still Too Short about to drop an album. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like,
Damn.
and like, it is what it
For the
is.
30 plus bitches.
Yeah, like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and they
Drop them
copping
grandma
it.
drawers.
Drop them.
Hey.
I ain't gonna lie though. Like, he still got it jumping though. He got a fan base. Like, you
That's a
always gonna
fact.
have somebody. Like, as long as you got someone to get it off to, sell it.
That's true. That's true.
Me
Is
and my
E40
fellas about
still
to be
pumping
lit
over
this
there?
summer off the Too Short.
I'm not trying to see that. But
Girl, you heard that new Too
fuck
Short?
that. Nah, fuck that shit. Yo, Rich, is E40 pumping over there still, or I don't know? Cause he's
Yeah,
not over here.
definitely. I mean, he the big home. Like, it's different. Like, being out here too, hearing like generic radio. Of course, it's the same shit every
Uh-huh.
radio station plays. But like, when I get to mingle with, like, people from out here in Oakland and through the Bay Area, I'm hearing like what they listen to, and it's not that they're local acts. They're known on the West. It's just like, for instance, a lot of people out here don't know about Dave East like that. I would think Dave East
Right.
is a big star. Like, you feel what I'm saying? To the point, I would think he would be known out here, but it's like more so people know him, but not to the level I would think people would know him.
Right. I
So
understand you.
so it is what it is. That's how I kind of learned. Like, this should be subjective, and this should be like, it's different. It's not what people always think it is. The internet got people being able to believe and thinking they're A&R, thinking they're more than what they are, because the internet got so much quote unquote information for
Mm-hmm.
people, and they read that shit wrong. Everybody puts their opinion to something, and that's how we get to that shit.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But speaking of Jay-Z, I just brought him up. Apparently, him and Meek Mill started something like a reform alliance. I guess they're going around and they're trying to change things, such as like prison reform and stuff. So, is this great for? Of course, it's great for the hip hop culture and for Black people and everything like that. But someone explain to me exactly what this is and why it's so great that they're doing this.
Well, it's great because there's a lot of people all around
Uh
that's in jail that
For
don't really know their
bullshit.
rights, or they just don't belong in jail. So it's
Yeah.
about changing policies and changing the laws, and making sure people's educated while they're in there.
Helping people instead of, like, you feel what I'm saying? Just a solution for people. Like, if someone has a bunch of drug offenses, why don't we help them get job training? Obviously, they're trying to find a way to get money. I don't think if you offer them a way to find a job that would be able to pay enough to be sufficed that they could support themselves. I don't really know anyone that would prefer to sell drugs instead of doing something
Right.
illegal. If you can
Right.
make a decent living working, I think everyone would.
That's a fact. That's a fact. No, I don't think anyone wants that type of stress where they try and look over their shoulder every so often,
Yeah,
whatever,
for
because they're
real.
selling and stuff like that. I always said that those people, those of people that resort to selling drugs is because they don't have any other option. You
I ain't
feel
gonna
me?
lie. I used to like,
Uh huh.
and it's your environment. You see what's going on, and it's really that same story. And like, and I don't want it to sound cliche because it's funny because everybody says the same shit. You see, but that's who you see. You do see the drug dealers. You know where that money's coming from. You don't you don't see people ain't making big money working at McDonald's. You know
That's
what's
a
going
fact.
on. Like,
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you right. You think about it. If you 14 years old and you want a lot of nice shit, and you see one man every day getting on the bus, coming home mad tired and stressed,
smelling
or
like
going to
fries.
work in a shitty ass car, coming home stressed. Then you see this other nigga chilling,
On the block,
nice car,
mingling.
don't seem stressed.
Nice ladies.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Ladies,
Yeah,
plural, because it ain't just one.
ladies.
It
Yeah,
ain't
It
it's
ain't
a
one
just
couple
lady.
of
one.
them. Couple of them coming around. So yeah, of course you're gonna go for the flashy stuff and the easier money and everything like that. Of course, that's just what anyone would do, right?
Some people
So
don't get to realize that
But
shit, bro.
also, it's deeper than that too. Cause you got to think about it. If you 12 and you think like that, why do you think like that? So these are all way deeper conversations than
your family not having feeling like you gotta step up to the plate. I mean, we could go way deeper into this topic than what it is, but like, it definitely needs to be a case by case basis. Like, I don't feel like everybody that's in there for drug offenses. I mean, come on, we pick and choose. Like, I tell you this, being out here, I never knew that people, like, I've always heard about crystal meth, but I never really seen the effects and how people look using that shit. Like, I don't think,
you see it out there.
have any of you ever seen how someone on crystal meth looks personally?
Nah.
See, this is what I'm trying to tell you.
I have.
See,
you have.
he be upstate New York.
Oh yeah, see, upstate New York. No, but not seriously. Nah, you gotta go like it's seriously. It's like that type of like it's just that area environment. So it's like, bro, that shit is like a new wave of crack. Like, and these niggas get, and this is shit like you can make this on your own. Like there ain't no like root of this shit. Like you make this shit. Like you feel what I'm saying?
Okay, Google.
Yeah, like you know what I'm
like, you're gonna be on a list.
I mean, shit. Like it's there. So like, people get fucked up in this shit. It's crazy, but the epidemic is not looked at and frowned upon like that because it ain't.
It ain't in our hoods.
It ain't our hoods. It's their people. So it's more empathetic. It's more sympathy and more empathy for them. We need to help these people. We don't want to criminalize that. I don't hear no big meth bust. I don't hear no one going down for hundreds of years for meth.
And that's what's crazy. Like, we got people doing more time for drugs than fucking like rapists and shit.
Oh yeah, way more time.
Ridiculous.
I've known murderers that came home before. I tell you that.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. That definitely needs to change. So I'm glad that they're doing this whole reform thing, this whole reform movement. Because they definitely need to, and there needs to be more people that's on the that's on there helping them out with this. So what exactly are they doing? Who are they speaking to? Like politicians, or did they speak to Trump yet, or what's up?
Yeah. Well, I think that would be a waste of time. So
I don't know. Kim K got through to him.
On the list,
but hey, Kim Kardashian got through to him. Apparently,
I feel like they need to do is they got to get rid of private prison. Once you can't make money off of human beings, people will start doing things properly. If you are in jail because you did something against the citizens, it should be tax money locking your ass up, but it shouldn't just be having you sitting there. Put them in there, figure out why the hell they're in there. Because people don't just wake up and be like, I'm going to be a criminal. Something happened in their life. So figure out what the fuck happened to them, fix them, and then send them back out here so they can work and pay some fucking taxes too.
Fact.
There you go. There you go. I think she said it best. And yeah, I think it's it on that shit. But apparently, Tory Lanez thinks he's better than you, Rich. What's up with that? He's the best rapper alive, which means you're not.
I mean,
how do you feel about that?
He should feel that way. Everybody should be confident in themselves. He'd be stupid not to feel that way. I feel like I'm the best rapper alive. I mean, so it is what it is. But I mean,
but should he feel that way? Like, is he within his rights to feel that way?
I mean,
is he?
No, of course. I mean, Hov is still alive. Like, let's be realistic. Hov is the God MC. Like, if we want to be like, so like, if we really want to do that, like, of course not. But there's other also like this shit is subjective. I mean, people would argue with me down that he probably is. Me personally, of course not. I don't think he is. But I mean, he's doing his thing. It's good for the culture. It's very good for the culture. I like this shit. I
feel like as a rapper, you gotta have like a this like braggadocious type of attitude.
You have to. You be in a room full of like being in the studio with different artists and shit. Like you got to. Like everybody does the same. Like nigga. If Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, all you think one of them niggas fold up? Hell no, them niggas chest out, nigga. I'm the best nigga. Fuck you talking about?
But it's
so
not.
Like,
yeah, go ahead.
Nah, go ahead. Like, it's the same shit. Like, you feel what I'm saying? It ain't one of those, I don't fuck with you. I'm better than you. I don't think you nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I think I'm the nicest at this shit.
I feel like for them. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's not. It's like he not just talking though. Like he backing it up. Like with tracks.
Yeah, that's true.
Nah,
that's
which is true. Which is true. Nah, he pulling up, but like you gotta understand, everybody ain't responding to him. So like I said, he's showing up. He's showing up. He's doing his thing. Like he's looking good, and I like seeing it. It's good for the culture.
Do you feel like? Well, number one, I just want to say that I want to say that probably I feel that for a long time, probably I want to say around like 7 years, everyone was trying to be each other's friend. Like there wasn't enough of this, right? Like everyone was trying to, let's take pictures together, let's get a snap and blah blah blah. I don't feel like there was enough of this probably since like I guess Game and 50 made up, right? Then I feel like maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there was like sprinkles of beef here and there that just died down, right? There was like that Meek Mill and Drake thing, which was like big for like a week or two, then it died down. So this is probably like the most active.
A week or
like,
two, you're bugging.
Yeah,
was
that
it?
shit was like that shit.
How long was it?
That shit was like a year. Nigga, that shit
was it?
Hell yeah.
That nigga
Shit,
just now recovering from that.
That shit was
but they wasn't rapping. They wasn't rapping though. They was like they rapped like once or twice. It wasn't
Drake
that
was
high,
rapping, and he was doing other shit.
me dropped like a whole EP and shit like that, like 2 songs or some shit. I mean, it was a big battle. Yeah, I mean, it was back and forth. You know what it was? Honestly, the way media played it out, like, cause I heard a lot of we listened, like media played a lot of Drake shit, and the way it looked. So you were only gonna that if you didn't really go and listen to Meek shit, or you wasn't like searching the blogs.
Yeah, you wasn't gonna hear it.
It wasn't getting played on the radio. Like Drake almost won a Grammy for Back to Back.
That's a fact.
Like that's like not even saying like it's dope that they're cool now and they making dope records together. That's fucking incredible. I like seeing that shit. But it's like that's major to win a Grammy off a record. Try to almost win a Grammy. That's crazy.
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But like,
do y'all? All right, my next question was: do y'all think that Tory's milking it though? Do y'all think that he's like, all right, bro, like just chill for a second. You don't gotta go at everybody.
Nah, I mean, fuck
it. Yeah, fuck it. Like, I mean, it's entertainment. Like, I mean, shit. Why not? If niggas is going to respond, because it's a bunch of artists that aren't mainstream, but they've been responding to Tory. So it's like it's dope because it's like now it's just like Royal Rumble.
Yeah, it is like Royal Rumble.
I like
and
this
it's like
shit.
It's like Tory. I can't even say indirectly, but Tory is shining the light on niggas. Like, I mean, niggas over here know who Don Q is, but I'm sure Don Q ain't global. Tory Lanez is global.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's
his
true.
light shining on him.
That's true.
Which is true.
Let's talk about how trash another global rapper is. Eminem. How trash is this nigga now?
Eminem been Masuda for like at least 10 years.
But niggas don't want to say that though. It's like it's taboo.
I'm saying it.
We don't talk about
garbage. Eminem is trash.
And let me tell you this: Eminem is a legend but I haven't listened to Eminem. Ooh, I tell you this.
Yeah, I haven't listened to him since like high school, Marshall Mathers LP.
I started smoking when I was 19. I could give you like probably like 4 years before that.
Damn,
it's been a long time, Jack.
Yeah, it's definitely been a long time. He came out with what he come out with? He came out with some song with Boogie, right? With someone named Boogie.
The song don't even matter. This nigga said, like a shepherd having sex with his sheep.
Wait, what?
Fuck what you heard.
Huh? Wait, what?
Exactly.
Wait, hold on.
Exactly. Get the bar.
Time
you
out.
didn't hear that bar, Rich?
Time out. No, I get it. Time
No, I mean, you didn't hear it?
Nah, I heard it. I just need. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. I need to recoup. Hold on. This nigga, wait. Give me that one more time.
The song
Give me
is
that one more
Boogie's
time.
Rainy Days. That's the name
Can
of the
you
song.
run that back by me?
What's the song called?
Rainy Days by Boogie.
Rainy Days.
He said like a
fair.
shepherd, fucking sheep. Fuck
what you heard.
Alright. No doubt.
Yeah, right. That's all you gotta say. That shit, like
send that nigga.
Yo, hold on. Rainy Days. Let me look up this shit real quick.
Nah, don't even.
Because there was a worse one.
Oh
yo,
yeah.
you got the line after that.
It get worse than that. It gets worse than this.
It gets worse than that.
It can't be.
Nah, yeah, it's worse than that. It's worse than that. What does this nigga say? Yo, you got the lyrics in front of you?
I'm looking for it. All right. So directly after that sheep line, directly after the sheep line, Fam says.
I see the shit now.
Fam says, let's just skip. I got an idea, like the clerk when you trying to buy beer.
What?
I got an idea, like the clerk when you trying to buy beer. Idea.
Rich, you get it?
Wait, hold on. Wait, give me hold on. Because
all this talk,
like
all this talk in my ear. I got an idea, like the clerk when you trying to buy beer.
Nah.
No. Is he on crystal meth?
Idea.
Hold on. Let me spit
buy beer. You get it?
Yeah, I get it, but I don't want.
You get it, but you don't want it.
Nah,
like a shepherd having sex with his sheep.
Fuck what you nah. Like real talk, when you put your pen down, like my question, when you was deciding to write that bar,
he was like, "That's fire."
Yeah, like I just gotta go on this, or this, like man, bro, this shit is crazy. Like fuck that. Like yo, bro, come on. This is the problem too. Some of these niggas gotta just over. Like if I start thinking like that, and like, bro, I would been hanging up. Like I'm packing it up. I'm going. I'm fading off into the sunset. I'm fine.
But
nigga thought that was like, super witty.
Even if you did,
you got a whole bunch of
like
yes men around him. Like shit was trash.
Rich, as a rapper, right? So like, even if your brain does go to mush and you start writing crazy shit like this, at some point. Nobody like there's engineers, there's producers, there's friends.
My group would have told me to stop. Nah, my niggas
studio.
My niggas would have told me to
stop. This thing is recorded and nobody stops and says, "Bro, you can't put that in."
That was the problem. That's a big problem because niggas would have stopped me. I tell you that. If I would have recited my verse to niggas and I said niggas would have said, "Nah, you got to change that."
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. All right, that brings up a good point though that just popped up into my brain. Right, artistry is coming from your brain, right? It's coming from your brain, your heart, your soul, and everything like that, right? The Eminem that he was back in the day, he was off of all of these drugs, right? He was off of Xans, he was off perks, he was popping all of these pills, right? Slim Shady LP, Eminem Show, Marshall Mathers LP. That's a different brain than what we're listening to right now. So what I'm saying is it okay? Not is it okay, but is it safe to say some rappers or some artists we should give a pass to so they could do drugs to make good music or make good art? You feel me?
No.
Yo, get Eminem the fuck out of here.
If you can only do that high, then you're not really good at it.
Oh God, I mean.
Drugs might enhance certain things, but if you can't do that shit at all sober, then that wasn't your calling.
Yeah, that ain't you. Because I don't need. I started rapping way before I even knew what weed was. And
right.
Like, trust me. I mean, that ain't it. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that at all.
And first of all, you said weed and the shit he's on. You don't need rehabilitation from weed, okay?
Yeah, nah, that's real shit.
Like,
it's a lot to it.
Yeah. Like shit that leaves your brain crazy after.
Yo, son, I spoke to Chief. And that nigga told me that ain't it.
What did Chief say?
The nigga told me that ain't it, B.
He told
Yo, that's crazy. This motherfucker. All right, funny ass nigga. That brings me to a different point, though. Usually around this time, around the latter part of the podcast, we like to have a little bit of relationship talk, right? So this brings me to my next question. Rich, Kev, Reen, how do y'all feel about having your coworkers on your social media, whether that's personal social media or just making a business social media just for them? Where we all stand on this?
I mean, if they my friends, they could be on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people are cool.
Oh yeah, exactly.
If you
I'm gonna be honest.
a Randall
Even the
ass
people
nigga,
I was cool with,
Yeah, it's a ref for
I
that.
never was really friends with until
Online.
recently.
Uh-huh.
And then I had my first issue. I'm like, yo, my entire life, I never have no bullshit. I'm not about to start at 30. So I straight blocked everybody, friend
Mhm.
or person that I assumed. Like, everybody gotta go.
Yeah, that's a fact. Me personally, I don't really know about that. I don't like.
If
I'm
I
working
know
with
you
a dude.
from work,
Uh-huh.
we gonna keep it at work. If we
Yeah,
do
that's a fact.
something outside of work, that's cool, but there's not gonna be evidence.
Yeah, I don't know about because y'all know my Facebook. I post a lot of shit on Facebook. I don't
Word.
need nobody. Yeah, I don't need nobody that I'll work with ask me no questions or just somehow my boss sees this or like how I feel about something or what I was talking about. Like I only know my niggas. You feel me? And unless I've known you since like high school or since like middle school or everything like that, I'm not really gonna like fuck with you like that.
I
You feel
feel
me?
Oh
no
God.
new friends, no new friends.
Yeah, exactly. You feel me? So I don't know what the dude I'm working with is cool as hell right now. He's probably listening to this. Appreciate you listening, fam. But you're not gonna be on my Facebook.
Nah, I don't blame you. Nah, honestly,
Don't take it.
I gotta feel you out. If you a square ass nigga, then hell. But I gotta really like you gotta let me know you smoke weed. If you smoke weed and you light up, then I know that I can add
That's
you
the
on my phone.
prerequisites.
Yeah, like if you a blunt with me or anything like that, or if you can't go grab me some weed, if you can't put your hands on this gun, then we damn sure ain't riding in the car together, Jack.
Oh man, that's funny. So all right, that being said, also how we feel about a work husband and work wives, if that's a thing, if that's cool, like how we feel about that type of shit.
I got a
I
real
don't think
wife.
I've
I got a
never
real
had
wife. I got a
Yeah,
real
you got
wife.
a
I got a
yeah,
real
that's a
I
wife.
fact.
feel
I'm
like
pretty sure your
I,
wife ain't gonna be cool with that.
no, it's not even that. I'll be damned if I'm gonna tell you this. It's way easier to deal with women than deal with two. I damn sure ain't trying to deal with no. I
I'm
swear to
glad you
God,
said that. I've been
my
That's
life
a
saying
is
that for
fact.
years, dog.
my life is so much easier just having a wife, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you, nigga. Like I ain't gonna lie. Shit is so much easier in my life. I know who I'm dealing with. I know what standards I need to fulfill. I don't have to hide shit. I'm alright. I'm chilling. I don't need no buckethead bitch on the side. Like I'm alright.
Shout out to your wife too if she's listening. Hopefully you get her to listen, everything like that. Shout out to your wife and everything, Rich.
Gratitude. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
No doubt. So how y'all feel about that, Kevin, Reen?
All I gotta say is this: if you my girl, you better fucking not.
You better not have no
Oh
work
my God.
husband. Fuck
Oh
that
God.
shit.
You
I don't
better
trust
not.
that shit. Work
Think about
husband,
what you're
work whatnot.
doing.
Fuck that. See, that's why, man. I can't have no girls, man. I can't do that shit. But yeah, I'm not. I might get someone angry by saying that.
But
I'm
when
probably gonna
you
edit that out.
single, you know how you got the little work boo. That should be lit. I ain't even gonna hold you. Be lit.
No, of course. I mean, when you when you
That shit be lit.
single, then that shit, nigga, that's where you spend most of your time at.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah,
that's
that's
your
a fact.
companion. That's your companion, Jack.
I don't even have like a work wife. Is that like bad of me? I try to
No,
keep like
I don't
not that
either.
shit.
So no.
Yeah, I'm working at a school. You feel me? And it's kind
I
of
mean, you
weird.
better not. You better not.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we will get you the fuck up out of here.
How
Yeah, bro. It's kind of weird if I have a work wife And
You
I'm
and
in
Eminem
school.
right on the Greyhound, nigga.
Yeah, right. Eminem, that nigga's already saving a spot for me just in case. Yo, y'all niggas is weird, huh? Funny ass niggas, yo. This is a good ass podcast, by the way. We gotta have you on here again, Rich.
Oh, I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all, man. That much success to y'all. I'm glad to see y'all doing this shit, man. This shit is really major.
Yo, I appreciate it. Definitely. Yo, you got any announcements to make? Any shows you want to plug? You got anything you want to plug?
Follow us on Facebook at Nehr Hudson. That's Nehr Hudson, NEHRHUDSON. That's on all of our handles: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud. Follow us, tune in. We got a lot more music, visuals coming. You can look up for solo projects from me, Rich James, Million, and Great. I'm working on some cannabis products, so look out for that.
Oh, that's dope.
We you know what I'm saying, trying to get lungs right, trying to get everything right. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'll get money from different angles.
Shit, I see all these other motherfuckers making they made weed fucking they criminalized it, locked us up. Now they found a way to make this money off of this shit, and they think that we ain't gonna get our hands. No. I want
That's
in.
a fact. That's a fact. Yo, viewers and everything, all of Rich's and Nehr Hudson's information is going to be down in the description and the links below. So, y'all could just type that into URL, or you can just click the links below and just follow them. And, they're definitely great group of people, great artists, great humans and everything. So go check them out and see what they're doing and everything. Yo, Kevin, Queen, y'all got any announcements that y'all want to make before we close this out?
Yeah, I just want to say, like a shepherd having sex with his sheep. Fuck what you heard.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. Fucked up my whole weekend with that.
Yo, that is crazy. Yo, Queen, you got anything you want to say that's not fuck what you heard?
Yeah, I was gonna do for Black History Month the notable person. I can't even do it because Kev said that shit.
Yeah,
we'll start next week for that shit, yo.
Yeah, I can't.
Black History is every day.
Black History is every
day.
This shit, man. We did.
Oh yeah, 24/7, 365 Black History Month. Y'all already know. So, anyways, you already know we gotta close this out. But thank y'all viewers for listening. It's been another episode of the Random Notes Podcast. We love y'all to death. Tune in next week, and everything is just gonna be us three again. I don't know, depends. But we'll see. We'll see y'all when the Rams win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Rich James is like Sting, nigga. I'm here, still lurking. You know what I'm saying?
Talking shit.
You know what I'm saying? Rams is gonna win, so even though this is pre-Super Bowl, I'm giving y'all my post-Super Bowl shit talk. Yeah, bitch ass niggas. Fuck Tom Brady and fuck Bill Belichick. Fuck James White. Fuck Julian Edelman. And fuck the Patriots and Robert Kraft as a fucking staff, a record label, and a motherfucking crew.
Damn,
we out.